Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Nasta Prayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Hari Om Tatsas Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Salakaya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। Happy Radhastami to everyone. Krishna Madras. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Rupa Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai, Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaur Bhakt. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll read from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ahladani Sakti Rasman Ekatmanam Api Deha Vedo Gatoto Chaitanyakyam Api Aduna Radha Bhava Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. This has been explained that who is Srimati Radharani, explained by Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, so that originally Lord Krishna is one person, is explained himself as two, Radha. So transformation of love. Radharani is called transformation of love. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ahladini Shakti. Lord has many energies, which we'll be discussing at 6:30 class. But and she is called Hladini Shakti. Hladini Shakti Rasmat. Ekatmana, that means one. Both are one. Ekatma. Radha and Krishna. Originally Krishna was one, then he expanded himself. Radha. So that Ekatmana Vapi Bhuvi Pura Deha Vedo Gataudu. So Chaitanyakyam Prakatam Aduna Dvayam Achaikyam Aptam. So they again combined. So Krishna is only eternally for a long time they are separated to enjoy the loving sentiments. Especially Parakya Ras. Then again the two separated personalities, two bodies, one Atma. Shakti, Shaktiman. Many different ways this is explained. Means energy, energetic. So Lord Krishna is the ultimate source of everything. From him, all his Vishnu Tattva category expansions are coming. But before even that, Lord Krishna expanded himself as Srimati Radharani. So same. They're not non-different from each other, Radha and Krishna. One Atma, but two bodies. If one wants to enjoy, anybody can enjoy individually? No. So to enjoy the rasa, that's why he expanded as first two. And then he expanded as Lord Balaram, and then all the expansions of Vishnu Tattva category, Swamsa. Then again he expanded as separated part and parcels, which are us, living entities, jivas, Nitya Siddha Bhaktas, and Nitya Paddha Bhakta, conditioned souls and liberated souls. So in that way, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explained that loving transformation is called Srimad Radha. That word is coming from three different ways. Is Anuradha Nakshatra, and then because of the loving transformation, she Krishna Shakti Purna Vancha Kare Radha. She is called Radha because she always satisfied whatever desires of the Lord is there. Because as we mentioned many times, Icha Shakti, Gnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti. As soon as Lord desires, and things happen automatically. So he doesn't need to do work. So that is so who does that takes care of that? Srimati Radharani. Everything is done. There are various categories of gopis as well, just like various categories of um, friends of Lord Krishna. In all the rasas, there are different category. So in the gopis also there are three categories which Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that those who are transformed into yuktis and ayuktis, Upanishads and Munis were became gopis by sadhana siddha. Sadhana priyas, nitya priyas, and munis. The three categories. In sadhana, sadhana bhakti. So the two categories further, yukti and ayukti. So that is Upanishads and the munis who are in Dandakaranya forest attracted by Lord Ramchandra. So they are in that first category. They have been transformed into gopis by their endeavors to endeavors to please the Lord, endeavors to see the Lord. So Lord Ramchandra granted that wish in the next incarnation. You will be able to attain that. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained in Chaitanya Shikshamrita. There are three types of gopis, sadhana pura, and out of all the gopis, in different gradation, there are three types of gopis. In each one, there is Nitya Priya gopis. Within that, you have Mahapreshta Sakis, and then Prana Sakis. So Mahapreshta Sakis means the eight gopis. Chitra, Champakalata, Lalita, Vishaka are the main. Out of all of them, Lalita is main, and Lalita, Vishaka, the eight gopis which we see in Radha Madhava Ashtasakis in Mayapura. So you have Lalita, Vishaka, Chitralekha, Chitra, Tangavidya, Rangavidya, Sudevi. So total eight of them. They are the Mahapreshta Sakis. There are billions of gopis are there, but out of all of them, out of many groups, one is the Radharani's group, left wing gopis, is always different expressions are there. So that means she's not exactly like just like in Dwaraka, you have Satyabhama and Rukmini. Rukmini is very obedient. So that is you can say as Chandravali's group is right wing. They are whatever very obedient. But Radharani's group is the left wing, so that's why Radharani is on the left side as well. So left wing gopis, that means she expresses sometimes anger, sometimes sulky, sometimes man, so many different emotions. Lord Krishna likes that. So they are called left wing gopis. So then, but out of all, including in Chandravali, so she is the topmost Mahabhava Swarupani, Radha Thakurani. So no one else can come to that stage of consciousness. So that's why Krishna left while with all the gopis were there, every one of them, billions of gopis, Chandravali was there, all of them were there. But Krishna left all of them, went alone with Srimati Radharani, which is 6:30 class. We will see the verse, exact verse, which Sukadeva Goswami is quoting. There are three types of gopis. Before that, we should understand the Lord Krishna is called Vishaya. He is the object of our love. Whatever we do is to attain Krishna. And then gopis are called Ashraya Tattva, or the spiritual master. So through taking their shelter. So where it is like Krishna is the only lover. Is the perfect in Dwaraka, more perfect in Mathura, and most perfect in Vraja. So that's when he is killing the demons, he is killing by Dwaraka Krishna. Vasudev Krishna is not killed by Yashoda Krishna or Shyamsundar Krishna. As he takes the form of Pati and Upapati in these three places, he takes on six forms. Considering Krishna's four types, starting with Dhiro Datta, Krishna then appears in 24 forms, which is the standard one. Shankha Chakra Gada Padma rotation is there. Damodar, Padmanabh, so various names are there. Trivikram, Madhusudana, so all these months, 12 months, 12 names, like 24 names of Lord Vishnu are there. They're all different forms. So that's why here it is mentioned. Four types starting with zero. Datta Krishna then appears in 24 forms. Considering his nature as Anukul, favorable, Dakshina, expert, Sata, despiteful, and Drushta, impertinent. His forms became multiplied by 4. So the total is 96. There are 24 forms in Swakiya Rasa and 24 forms in Parakya Rasa. So in spiritual world, this is seemingly, but this is not like in here in the material world. So only with wife and husband, between wife and husband. But the outside of that is called Parakira. Swakya means within wife and husband. But in spiritual world, the topmost, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained that. So that is the Parakiras is more so. So that has been explained here. The 24 forms, but it's not like in the material world. Parakeras, seemingly, even when the Lord comes in Golokunda, Bhaumarundavan, still there is no, that husband have no physical relationship with their wives. So whether it's Abhimanyu, Radharani married to Abhimanyu, but that is also just, because there are also expansions in Bhaktivinoda Thakur and other books talks about other acharyas, that they are expansions of Krishna as well. So it's not like on the Indian world we speak by Krishnizing it. So this has been asked by Parikshit Maharaj, and Sukadeva Goswami is explaining that. So when one wants to enjoy, you need friends and others. But Krishna wants to enjoy, then he is Parabrahma himself. So he can only enjoy himself, he expanding himself first. He was the only one who was there at the. Then he expanded himself as Srimati Radharani. Then he expand as all others, Balaram, and then further Ramadi Murtish Kalyan. And there are 5 types of assistants: the lover, the attendants, companions, and messers and dearest friends, Priya Narmasakas, they're all skillful at speaking pleasant words. They are deep, they have deep attachment, they are good judges of time and circumstance. They are skillful in pleasing the gopis and at giving it good advice. The attendants such as Bungura and Brungara are skillful at searching, carrying out secret work, and are very smart. Krishna's companions such as Kadara and Bharati Banda are are shy, skillful at dressing, skillful at conversation, and expert at bringing others under their control. The jokers such as Madhumangal and Vasanta among the Gopas are fond of eating food of arguing, food of gesturing, skillful with words. They dress in a comical way. The Priya Martaka such as Sridham, although having qualities similar to Krishna, serve him obediently. The most confidential of friends, Arjuna, Subal, Priya Narmasakas, understood the mood of the gopis and know their most intimate secrets. So that is Subal. Subal knows pretty much everything, what's going on, how to arrange everything. Pradhan. The assistants are in Dasiras, the messengers are in Viraras, and others are in Sakiras. The assistants are servants, and other 4 types are friends. The female messenger are also considered assistants to the hero. There are 2 types, Swayam Duti, natural, and Apta Duti, appointed. Glances and the sound of the flute are natural messengers. Even flute has consciousness. It is not like in the material world. Spiritual, every one of them has form and consciousness. Veera, who is skillful at speaking, and Vrunda, expert in flattery, are the Apta Dutis, a regular messenger of 3 types. Lingini, the ascetic woman, Daivagna, the fortunate teller, fortune teller, and Silpa Karini, the craftswoman. Now the Ashraya. The gopis are called Ashraya. They are either Swakiya or Parakiya. Swakiya is not very evident in Braja, but Paraka is very evident there. Most of the gopis are in Parakya Ras because Madhurya Ras does not, like in Dwarka is Swakiya Ras, wife and husband. Rukmani, Satyabhama, Bhadra, Kalindi, so many. They're all in Swakiras. That's why they can't attain. That's why these Radharani's expansions. There are 3 expansions. Lakshmi Ganas, Kanta Ganas, Mahji Ganas. First expansion is Kanta Ganas, Gopis are the first expansion. Further expansion is Dwaraka, Mahiji Ganas. The third expansion is Lakshmi Ganas. The fourth expansion is Durga. This is all originally from Hadini Shakti. Who can give pleasure? Only Srimati Radharani. So Krishna expand himself as Radharani. So loving, that's why it's called loving transformation. All this Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami explaining very detailed, elaborate in Chaitanya Charitamrita. The mother rasa of Krishna's wives in Dwaraka is Swakiya, is restricted. Rasa established through desire alone is unrestricted and gives more pleasure to Krishna. Shiva, knowledgeable of this rasa, had said that the beauty of Krishna, the beauty of a woman and difficulty of attaining her due to the obstacles that must be removed are the strongest weapons of Cupid. Vishnugupta has said this the same. When the married women of Raja desire to give enjoyment to Krishna, their love becomes decorated with all good qualities and with a splendor that defeats all else. The sweetness of rasa does not increase to the extent with Lakshmi and other energies of the Lord. So that's why Lakshmi cannot, even though she performs severe austerity, she is not able to attain Vrindavan. She is there even now in Belwan. She is still performing severe austerities. But she can retain because she is not ready to give up the Aishwarya Bhav. So that's why Dwarkavas is also Krishna is performing that pastime, giving the dust. So because they can't take up that higher mood, which is completely giving up that Aishwarya. They are ready to do anything and everything. They want to satisfy, they want to please Krishna at any cost. They are ready to go anywhere. They're ready to give up. They're ready to go to hell, whatever is needed. They just want Krishna to please. That's why when Krishna left, also they could have given up. They are ready to give up. Then they thought, when Krishna said he's going to come back. When he comes back, then we are not there. Then Krishna will be very unhappy and distressed. So we can't do that. So they are ready to give up, but they stopped. They couldn't give up. So that is the consciousness which Brajavasis they have. There are three types of gopis. Sadhana para, Devi, Nitya, Priya. So Radharani, Chandravali, they are two groups, left wing, right wing. Both are these main gopis are all in this Nitya Priya. Sadhana, first one. The sadhana para gopis, those who have attained their position by sadhana, are of two types: Yuktika and Autiki. Autiki and Autiki. The Munis and the Upanishad who are attached to the group youth are called Autiki. Those Munis who are worshippers of Krishna but could not attain their desire on seeing Lord Rama's beauty became inspired to attain the status of gopis, finally attained birth as gopis in Braja through their sadhana. The Upanishads also by sadhana attained birth as gopis. So those who belong to the group Agadiuti and those who doesn't belong to the group within these Upanishads and Munis by through sadhana. These are all category of sadhana. That means mercy is there. Sadhana Siddha, whenever we see that means uh, mercy, Krupa is more important in this category also. So by the mercy, causeless mercy of the Lord and his devotees, Krupa Siddhi. Sadhana definitely severe austerities and many lifetimes for sure. But without Krupa Siddhi, through Sadhana Siddha, extremely rare to come to that entering into the spiritual world, whether it is Vaikuntha or Dwaraka, Mathura, any planet in the spiritual world. The female inhabitants, the second category of the gopis, the female inhabitants of Swarga who took birth in Vraja to serve Krishna by the order of Brahma, and the female in demigoddess who served Krishna when he appeared in the heavenly planets as a partial incarnation are called Devi. They are the second category of gopis. They are counted among Radha's Prana Sakis. They are not Mahapreshta Sakis. Like Priya Narma Saka, like Subhal to Krishna. So here the Chandravadi and so on, Radharani, they are the most uh, Preshta Sakis, most dear to the Lord. Prana Sakis, Gayatri, the mother of Vedas, took birth as a gopi in the form of Kama Gayatri to take Krishna's association. We chant this Kama Gayatri, so in Brahma Mata. So that is, she is also personality. She also is in the Golokanda. The arrangement created in Raja on the earth is without fault, as it is not made of material energy, but in the creation of the Lord is Yoga Maya or spiritual energy, attaining association of the Nitya Siddhas, the Upanishad, Gayatri, and the female inhabitants of Swarga in Gopi form, Sadhana Para and Devi forms are all served Krishna in Parake moods. Everyone is serving in Parake Ras. Among the Nitya Priyas, Radha and Chandravali are the chief gopis. All the gopis, like Krishna, are endowed with qualities like beauty and pleasing speech. These gopis appear as individual portions of the Hladini Shakti. When the bliss portion of the Lord agitates the Chit portion, Krishna performs his eternal pastimes in Goloka with these gopis endowed with 64 arts produced from his own palm. Lord Krishna has 64 qualities, 64 arts, expert in 64 arts. Prabhupada mentioned in his classes in 1975 that Srimad Radharani also has 64 arts. So one should, Krishna is attracted by Srimati Radharani. She is the one who can please the topmost. So one should serve Srimad Radharani. Prabhupada explained the 69 class to Kirtananda and others that actually Bhakti Devi is also expansion of Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani nourishes the devotion. So in that you see, Bhakti Devi herself is coming. So because otherwise we can't even develop any devotion. And this actual nourishment of bhakti is happening through Srimati Radharani. So Sat Chit Ananda. Sat is eternality. But above that is a Sandhini knowledge. And then above that is Radhini. So if there is no pleasure, then what is then? Where is the enjoyment then? So that is the highest epitome. So that is actually Srimati Radharani. So that position is Srimati Radharani. That is not given to anybody. Krishna has delegated all energies on Krishna, but he has delegated the highest, the topmost. He has kept himself and then he has given the pleasure potency. She can only understand. No one else can understand how to please. So that is been explained. Some of the gopis mentioned in Skanda Puran and Prahlad Samhita as well as other scriptures are Radha, Chandravali, Vishaka, Lalita, Shyama, Padma, Saibhya, Badrika, Tara, Vichitra. So out of all of them, Shyama, the Lalita and Vishaka are the topmost Radharani's group, and then Chandravali's group are Padma and Saibhya. They are the part of Chandravali. They are the topmost within that group. So the various names, many names are mentioned here. Radha and the eight principal gopis are chief, being endowed with all auspiciousness. Although Vishaka and Lalita, Padma, Saibhya are qualified as group leaders, being absorbed in the mood of bliss of Radha, Vishaka and Lalita become the obedient companions of Radha. In that also, Vishaka is more obedient. Lalita, similar to Radharani towards Krishna, anger and all different emotions. But she is expert in bringing Krishna to Srimati Radharani and the other way also. So, Lalita Shakti has more expert in that way. That is, although being absorbed in the mood of bliss of Radha, Vishaka and Lalita become the obedient companions of Radha, and Padma and Saibhya become obedient to Chandravali. Among all the leaders, Radha is supreme. Many of the gopis in our group are followers of Lalita. Some are followers of Vishaka. By great fortune, a soul can gain entrance into Lalita's group. So, within Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Lila, we have Lalita and Vishaka as Sarup Damodar Goswami. And that's why Sarup Damodar Goswami is writing in his diary. Ramanand Rai is Vishaka, Sarup Damodar Goswami Lalita. So, he is writing in his diary that who can please all these are taken by Krishna's Paras was his writing. Krishna Purna Shakti, Vancha Purti Kari, Radha. She is called Radha because of she can please, she can understand and please to fulfill all the desires of Krishna. That's why she is the topmost. Sarva Lakshmi So Govinda Nandini, so Govindamayi, so Krishnamayi, so many names of Srimad Radharani because she can please, she can attract in different ways. Sarva Lakshmi, all the Lakshmis are coming from Srimad Radharani. So that's all these various names are given. Radha is the essence of Ladini Shakti, the epitome of love, splendid with 16 types of decoration, 12 types of ornaments. But she is so beautiful that she does not need decoration or ornament. She has well curled hair, shining face. So all the description. There is no such combination of wonderful qualities in the three worlds, the 16 beauties. Further, Radha is sweet in appearance, adolescent, fickle in glance, has bliss-giving smile, is auspicious marks on the hands and feet, a fragrance that drives Krishna mad. has the knowledge of music and has a sweet speech. She is skillful in joking, obedient, compassionate, witty, efficient, bashful, respectful, patient, grave, playful, and shows symptoms of Mahabhav. She is the residence of love in Gokula, whose fame is spread through the unlimited universes, is the object of affection for elders, dependent on the love of her friend most dear to Krishna, and makes Krishna obedient to her orders. All these descriptions, these various, it is not only in Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Varaha Samhita, Jyotish Shastra, Kasi Kanda, Skandha Puran, Matsya and Garuda Puran describe the following auspicious marks of Srimati Radharani. And many other details, but timing is short. Yeah, the Radha's group is supreme. All the members of our group are full of all good qualities, and all their gestures attract Madhava. Radha has 5 types of companions: Sakis, Saki, Nitya Saki, Prana Saki, Priya Saki, Parama Preshta Saki. The famous Sakis are Pushmika, Vrunda, Dhanishta, Kasturi, Manimanjari, or Nitya Sakis. Prana Sakis are Sashti Mukhi, Vasanti, Lasik almost have the same appearance as Radha. Purangakshi, Sumadhya, Madanalasa, Kamala, Madhuri, Manjukeshi, Kandarpa Sundari, Madhavi, like that, etc. Priya Sakis. The 8 major Sakis, Parama Preshta Sakis are Lalita, Vishaka, Chitra, Champakalata, Tungavidya, Induleka, Rangadevi, Sudevi. These are the 8 Ashtasaki. Radha Madhava Ashtasaki in Sridham Mayapur, Tirupati, and other places. I think Alachur. No, not also. Some other places. These 8, they are the 8. At certain times, for the perfection of love, or Radha and Krishna, they show more love for Krishna. At other times, they show more love for Radha. There are also internal divisions, Gana, in each group, youth of Sakis. So, all the time is up. So, please join the other class where we'll explain much more philosophy on the pastime of the flute stealing. By the gopis. Thank you very much. Gamraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Krishna Matarastu. See you all in the evening. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining. A reading from 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, 30th chapter, Gopis in search of Krishna, verse number 28, I think. 28, yeah, 10:30, 28. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayat Nasta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hariom Tatsat. Happy Radhastami. 10:30:28. Reading from Glories of Srimati Radharani and Philosophy. Tattva, Radha Tattva. We'll try to understand by Sri Prabhupada and Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Anaya aradito nunam Bhagavan Haririshvara yanno vihaya Govinda prito yam anayadraha. Anaya aradito nunam Bhagavan Haririshvara yanno vihaya Govinda prito yam anayadraha. Anaya aradito nunam Bhagavan Haririshvara यन्नो विहाय गोविंद प्रीतो यामनयद्रः. Word to word. Anaya, by her, Aradhita, perfectly worshipped, Nunam, certainly, Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead, Hari, Lord Krishna, Ishvara, the supreme controller, yet, in as much as, na, us, Vihaya, rejecting, Govinda, Lord Govinda, Prita, pleased, Yam, Om, Anayat, led, Raha, in a secluded place. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Certainly, this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all powerful personality of Godhead, Govinda, since he was so pleased with her that he abandoned the rest of us and brought her to a secluded place. Please repeat. Certainly, this particular gopi has perfectly worshipped the all powerful personality of Godhead, Govinda, since he was so pleased with her that he abandoned the rest of us and brought her to a secluded place. Let us offer our prayers, and then we will understand. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Gnananjansalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaः. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Devatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhayeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Ki Jai. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं. श्री रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते. गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते, गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते. राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते. दामोदर रति वर्धन वेशे, हरिणेष्कृत वृंदा विपिने से, हरिणेष्कृत वृंदा विपिने से. राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते. वृषभानुदाति नवसशिरेके, ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे. वृषभानुदाति नवसशिरेके, ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे. राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते. करुणां कुरु मयि करुणाभरीते, करुणां कुरु मयि करुणाभरीते. सनक सनातन वनीत चरिते, सनक सनातन वनीत चरिते. राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते. गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते, गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते. राधे जय जय माधव दैते, राधे जय जय माधव दैते. वृषभानुदाति नवसशिरेके, वृषभानुदाति नवसशिरेके, ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते करुणां कुरु मयि करुणावरीते सनक सनातन वनीत चरिते सनक सनातन वनीत चरिते राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते गोकुल तरुणी मंडल महिते राधे जय जय माधव दैते दामोदर रति वर्धन वेशे हरिणेस्कृत वृंदा विपिनेशे हरिणेस्कृत वृंदा विपिनेशे राधे जय जय माधव दैते वृषभानुदाती नवसशिलेके ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे वृषभानुदाती नवसशिलेके ललित सखी गुण रमित विशाखे राधे जय जय माधव दैते करुणां कुरु मयि करुणावरीते सनक सनातन वनीत चरिते सनक सनातन वनीत चरिते राधे जय जय माधव दैते राधे जय जय माधव दैते श्री राधा माधव अष्टसखी की जाए गोपाल की जाए so here this is beautiful song. So Prabhupada himself sung many times. It's been explained in this verse. The people may misunderstand Radha and Krishna's pastimes. So that's who is glorifying this? Sanaka Sanatana. Last line is very important for all over the world. Sanaka Sanatana Vanni Charite. Sanaka and Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat, four Kumaras, never married. They always staying as a small child. They are singing glories about the most merciful, Karuna Kurumai Karuna Varite. There is no one more merciful than Srimati Radharani. More merciful than even Krishna. That he is coming in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Sri Chaitanya Mahakrishna himself is coming in the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to bestow that causeless mercy. She is thinking everybody else is great. Let me present this devotee. Let me present that devotee. That's what Prabhupada said in 1969 class, which we mentioned. That Bhakti Devi is expansion of Srimati Radharani. Bhakti is nourished through Srimati Radharani. Prabhupada is making all these statements. That's why one should, through his whole life. So Prabhupada, Gaur Mohan Day, his father himself, uh, served all the sadhus and only blessing is, let me become a nice, wonderful servant of Srimati Radharani. So this is the mood of especially Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, Gaudiya Vaishnavas means where the followers of actually Srimati Radharani in serving Krishna. So serving Srimati Radharani, that means all the representatives of Srimati Radharani. So first we have to understand who is Radha. Radha's name is coming from Anuradha Nakshatra, which Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj mentioned other day, and then also who has appeared in the Rasa Mandali, Davatu, ran swiftly. So Davatu. So that's Radha. But the third name Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is giving in Chaitanya Charitamrita, fourth chapter. Beautiful description, 87. But before that, we should also understand that Lord Krishna has one energy, Chit Shakti, is called Swarup Shakti, Antaranga Shakti. Parasya Shakti, Vividaya Surite, Swabhavaki, Gnana Balak Kriyacha. Na tat samasya abhyadika drishyate. So, Lord has multifarious energies. Those are broadly categorized as Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti. Antaranga Shakti is internal energy of the Lord that's transformed later on as Swarup. And then Bahiranga Shakti is the external energy, which is material manifestation, where we are in this world, material world, Bahiranga Shakti. And then Tatastha Shakti is the marginal potency, that is Jivas, living entities, are coming under that category, as Tatastha Shakti. Now, this first energy of Antaranga Shakti is transformed further. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita in Madhya Lila. This has been explained in Madhya Lila also. This one energy transformed to three, and then again that first energy transformed further again into Chit. That Chit potency, Swarup Shakti, is transformed into three again. Chidamse, Sadamse Sandhini, Sat Chit Ananda. We all know. Sat means eternality, Chit means knowledge potency, and Ananda means bliss. This is in the spiritual world. Now look at the opposite of transformation, Asat. In this material world means Asat, opposite. Achit, material knowledge, not permanent knowledge. Again and again, every birth you have to learn, start from ABCD. And then Nirananda, no real happiness, temporary flickering happiness, it will like itching sensation. Seemingly it seems happy, but later on blood comes, suffering comes. Samadvigna, Sada Samadvigna Dhyam, Prahlad Maharaj. So these are the opposite qualities from the spiritual world. So that's why we can't have eternality here, we can't have the ultimate happiness here, we can't have the ultimate knowledge here. None of these were possible here. Now the Sat comes from Sat, eternality comes from Lord Krishna, one energy. He delegated himself two counterparts. He is delegated first himself expanded as Radharani, pleasure potency. So that is Hladini Shakti. Krishna himself, there are two bodies. One body, sorry, one Atma, two bodies. Eka Atma Dui Veda. So no difference. Chaitanya Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami saying no difference between them, which is Radha and Krishna. Krishna expand himself as Srimati Radharani. That's why loving transformation. Radha Bhava Svalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti Ahladini Shakti. That is pleasure potency. Because one cannot enjoy that also. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining that. Why is he expanding? Because he cannot enjoy. He cannot enjoy with any ordinary human being. He cannot enjoy with pleasure with Jiva. So that is especially that's why he himself is expanded as Param Brahma wants to enjoy Bhakti Prasam many times. Param Brahma he will enjoy with ordinary conditions all. No. So that is he himself is expanded as pleasure potency. That is Srimati Radharani. Not different from Krishna. Shakti Shaktiman Abheda. There is no difference. Energy and energetic. Potency and potent. Heat and light. So fire. No difference in one sense. So we can't find heat and light. Wherever fire is there, you can get the heat. Light is there. No, you can't separate them out. So like that, Radha and Krishna are inseparable. Originally, Krishna he himself expanded to enjoy. Then, then after that, then Lord Krishna's expands Swamsas as Lord Balaram, and then Lord Rama, Lord Narayan, all expand further. Swams, and then we've been now separated. So that's why we have to understand Satchit Ananda Vigraha, or Lord Krishna, expand himself a pleasure potency first, and then this Antaranga Shakti, Bairanga Shakti, Tatastha Shakti. Now take the Antaranga Shakti, internal energy, further divide into three categories. Sandhini potency, Samvit potency, Hladini potency. Hladini potency is given to Lord Srimati Radharani. And then Sandhini potency, who is that? Lord Balaram. What is he in charge for? Sat, eternality aspect. You can be eternal, like when you enter into Brahman effulgence, what will happen? It is eternal, liberated. Mukti from this conditioned soul. Can you stay there? How long can you stay? You can't stay there because Nirbheda Brahmanasana Prabhupada. That means there is no variety, no enjoyment, no person to interact with. What will you do? So person will fall down because that is what it is in the Brahma Jyoti. So you need Sat is not enough. It is called Visuddha Sattva, pure goodness. So when we say pure goodness, actually it is combination of Sat, Chit, Ananda. And so that's when one can enter into spiritual. So Sat means Samvit Shakti. Sat means some Sandhini Shakti. Sometimes you get confused. Sat eternality is coming from Balaram, because when Lord Krishna, after he expanded Srimad Radharani, and then he expanded as Lord Balaram, then Lord Balaram is the one, all the spiritual world, material world, all the expansions as a bed, as an umbrella, 10 items, which Chaitanya Charitamrita explains. All these are Lord Balaram is carrying, some with existential potency. If anything exists in this world, as a spiritual world, material world, as Sesha in spiritual world carrying, and material world is Ananta, is holding all these universes, the Dhatri, Purushartha, anything you name it, that's all coming from Lord Balaram, because he is the existential potency. The false ego here, the real ego is there, Sankarshan. That is all coming from Lord Balaram. So that's a first these aspects. So that's a the two personalities are very important in entering into spiritual. Lord Balaram and Srimad Radharani. Both are carrying out the mercy of the Lord Krishna and distributing it through parampara. So these two channels coming through our parampara. So that's a spiritual master is expansion of the two. So that's why we chant the Gayatri Mantra second initiative. We know the two Gayatris. Krishna Gayatri, Kama Gayatri. So that those are all transform. Talking about the same Mananga Manjari name is there in that. So Lord Balram in that conjugal rasa. So without his mercy, without Radharani's mercy, we can't actually. That is spiritual master mercy. We can't enter into spiritual. It's not possible. So that's why we have to go through the channels. Neither Lalita and Vishaka, they are not jumping directly either. Or Rupa and Sanatan, they never said that we have attained Krishna. Hey Radhe Vraji Devi Keja Lalite, hey Nanda Suno Kuta. Prabhupada explaining that. They never said that we have attained Krishna. So if you see the dream itself, we talk about so much, we jump. But that is not the mood and bhava symptom of the real love, which Rupa and Sanatan, six Goswamis. Prabhupada is very much cautious about these aspects, thinking now we have become gopis or now we have attained Krishna, we have seen Krishna. This has to be kept confidential, discuss, share confidential. It is not to be publicized. We should never think that I have now attained Krishna. Prabhupada himself didn't say that. He's always trying to serve, trying to follow my spiritual master, if at all, if there is any success. So that's always humble state of consciousness. So that is the mode. So the Chit Shakti, as it is, Sat means Sandhini. So Lord Balram is understood, his Shakti is Sandhini. Sandhini Shakti is coming from Lord Balaram, that is Sat, existential potency. And the next Swarup Shakti of the Lord is divided into second category, which is Sambit, that Lord Krishna himself has kept himself. Sambit, that is coming from knowledge. If anybody needs transcendental knowledge to transcend from these three modes, then that is coming from Lord Krishna. He himself kept it for himself. That is Sambit Shakti. Then the third category is from Swarup Shakti. Original Lord Krishna has all these three, everything. First three, this from second category of three into three, six of them. All coming to Lord Krishna, but he has delegated. So then second category. Third is the Hadini potency, pleasure potency. So that's why this spiritual world means this pleasure potency coming from same Srimad Radharani when it comes to as three different energies. Radharani herself, expansion of Srimad, like expansion of Krishna as Swa, Amsas, as Lord Balaram, and all the expansion of Vishnu. Lord Vishnu's various kinds of forms. So same way Radharani expands as gopis, as Kanta Gana, Gopi Gana or Kanta Gana, Vraja Ganas, Vraja Gopis. And the second category is Mahiji Gana, which is Dwaraka queens. They are in Swakiyaras, not Parakiras. But in Golok Vrindavan, they are Mahiji Gana, they are the Kanta Gana or Gopi Gana, they are gopis, various types of gopis which we discussed in the previous class. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Chaitanya Shikshamrita. All Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, these ecstatic pastimes of Radha and Krishna, if one wants to understand Radha Tattva, then they have to refer to the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Passion, Swarup Damodar Goswami diary. All these are books, almost 8 to 10 books are there. Gives all most deepest details. One wants to understand what goes on in what abode, what rasa, what type of category of servants are there, everything with the names and characteristics and moods, expressions, bhavas, emotions, everything in great detail, everything is explained. So that's why Chaitanya Charitamrita is a PhD, topmost. One should hear for a long period, then one should read, then one will get a taste. Otherwise, first initially they start reading, then They don't understand. They can, especially Adi Leela is such philosophy. So good. So that we can start from Madhya Leela and then Anta Leela, then come to Adi Leela. If you are stuck, if you are not feeling the taste, but it should be done in the association of devotees. Then we can understand Radha Tattva, philosophy. Who is the Srimad Radha? Otherwise, we can jump into different conclusions. So we can't understand properly. Because Prabhupada himself is writing this Chaitanya Charitamrita elaborately, especially Madhya Adilila also. In the fourth chapter, especially more prominently, very detailedly. So Prabhupada is describing about Radharani's position. So topmost position, Mahabhava Swarupani, Radha Thapurani. Even higher than Lalita and Vishaka, higher than Chandravali, the topmost gopi. Because Krishna expanded himself as Radharani, then Radharani's expansion are all his gopis. In Dwarka is more, you can see the Satyabhama's characteristic like Radharani. Rukmini's character is like more like Chandravali, obedient. But still there is different. It's not, it is Swaki Ras. It's not exactly same as Golok Vrindavan. This is Paraki Ras. But none of these Abhimanyu or any of the husbands of the seemingly husbands, because that's also you have to go back to the pastime of 100 years curse. So both cursed each other, Radharani and Sridham. Yeah, I think Sridham. So the pastime in spiritual world. So then they came to the Bhaum Vrindavan. So then seemingly husband, yeah, Radharani husband, Abhimanyu, but there is another pastime also. All of them comes and bow down to Srimad Radharani, including Abhimanyu, including Chandravali, all the rivalry groups, all rivalry gopis also. They all comes and bows down to Radharani, submits to glorifying Srimati Radharani in one of the pastime. In this way, we understand from every angle that she is the expert and topmost. And bhakti is nourished and pleasure. We can only give pleasure. We can understand how to give pleasure to Krishna means we have to pray through the Acharya Parampara to Srimati Radharani. Then we can actually understand how to give pleasure, how to please Lord Krishna. Otherwise, we will not know. So Vrinda Devi, Purnamasi, they are all assisting and helping. So that's why we have to take shelter of these Tadiyas, Tulsi Maharani, Srimad Bhagavatam, Vaishnavas, and two other total four categories of Tadiya, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining. We should take their shelter work through them. They are the authority. If one wants to enter into Golok Vrindavan, they are the authority. So in that way, we understand. Let us look at Chaitanya Charitamrita further. Then we can understand more, which we explained actually. Yeah. Krishna Shakti Purna Vancha. The pastime is also there, but how much time is there? Only 4 minutes is there. कृष्ण वांचा पूर्ति रूप करे आराधने अतैव राधिका नाम पुराणे वाकाने. That is the definition of Radha or worship of Ram. Aradhana consists of fulfilling the desires of Lord Krishna. Therefore, Puranas call her Radhika. So that's how Aradhana coming from. Then further, Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman, Dui Vastu Veda Nahi Shastra Praman. So there is no difference. Shakti, Shaktiman. So you can't separate them out. Potency, potent. Energy, energetic. Heat, light, fire. Sun rays. So the same deer and the musk fragrance. That also is Chaitanya Charitamrita on Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is giving all these examples to understand. So that's the elaborate details. Philosophy is explained with that. So that we can understand without any confusion. Here only. This is 97 verse, fourth chapter. मृग मद तारा गंध ऐचे अविच्छेद अग्नि ज्वालायते ऐचे कबू नाही भेद. They are indeed the same, just as musk and its scent are inseparable, or as fire and its heat are non-different. So one wants to understand Radharani Tattva, then one should surrender and submit to the spiritual master and follow in their guidance, followers, as it is mentioned. Raghunath Das Goswami and is serving, is waiting for Rupa Goswami's the blink of an eye. He is waiting for the signal. She is waiting for the signal. So we have to come, we have to follow like that. Exactly. We will not do anything without the empowerment, authority of our acharyas or sadhus, advanced devotees. Because otherwise it is a more speculation. We can't advance. We can't please. Lord will you please when we please the this Acharya Parampara. So Lalita and Vishaka are serving Radharani, Krishna, Vanda Devi, Purnamasi. So everywhere, however we look at in all ways, gopis or gopas, all of them are serving the parampara. That's why there are various categories, but they're all in harmony and alignment. So we should be also aligned. Then only we can understand this transcendental knowledge we can attain. All the doubts will be cleared, all the questions will be answered. Otherwise, it's not possible. So this is a famous verse. There is another verse also is there, forgetting, which explains about Srimati Radharani's position. So further, Radha Krishna ekatma duyi deha dhare anyonya vilase rasa aswadana kare. Radha and Krishna are one and the same, but they have assumed two bodies, thus they enjoy with each other, tasting the mellows of love. That's why it's called Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti. Uh, Radhika Hayena Krishnera Pranay Vikar Surup Shakti Ladini Nam Yanhar. So because that's why Ladini Shakti is named as Pranay Vikar, loving transformation. As per the 60th verse, Jiva Goswami Prabhupada is explaining elaborately. Ladini Karai Krishna Ananda Aswarani. If anybody wants happiness, bliss in their chanting and everything, that's why we start with Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we need to be empowered by the parampara or Guru Varga, Sri Prabhupada, coming down from Srimati Radharani. Then only you can get the pleasure. If that is not there, then you are not drawing the mercy through Acharya Parampara. We think we can do it without the Parampara. So anybody and everybody. So we are not pure devotees. So then how will you get without going to the Parampara? It's not possible. So that's why all these are explained. The pastimes are explained in that way. That Ladini energy gives Krishna pleasure, nourishes his devotees. So if one wants to nourish our bhakti and the chanting and hearing and service, everything, then only. Such is Ananda Purna Krishnera Surup, Eka I Chit Shakti Tanra Dhare Teen Rup. So three rupas which we explained. Lord Krishna's body is eternal Sat Chit Ananda, full of knowledge, full of bliss, is one spiritual energy manifests in three forms. सचिदानंद पूर्ण कृष्णेर स्वरूप एक ही चित शक्ति धरे तीन रूप अलादिनी संदिनी संवित त्वयि एक सर्व संत. दिस इज फ्रॉम विष्णु पुराण. लाद तापकारी मिश्र त्वयि ना गुण वर्जिते. In I think Krishna Bajramurta by Narottam Das Thakur, it's explained. Radharani is explained as another name is Adya Shakti. And so transforms into Durga Devi in the material world, transforms into not pleasure potency, but she takes care of this Bahiranga Shakti, in charge for this material nature, material world, Durga Devi. The whole Lord, you are the support of everything. The three attributes, Ladini, Samvit, exist in you as one spiritual energy, Swarup Shakti. But the material mode which cause happiness, misery, and mixtures of the two do not exist you. For you have no material qualities. So that's why so that is explained. All these are explained by Krishna's Garas Goswami. The essence of Ladini potency is love of God, and the essence of love of God is emotion, bhava, and the ultimate development of emotion is Mahabhava. That is Srimati Radharani. Mahabhava Swarupi Sri Radha Thakurani Sarva Guna Kani Krishna Kanta Siromani. Sri Radha Thakurani. So that is three categories of gopis of sadhana, through sadhana, Upanishad and Munis are attained. And then the Devis, by Lord Brahma's empowerment from the heavenly planets, these demigoddess, some of them attain that position. They are under the category of Devi. And then the third category of gopis are Nitya Prakara, Nitya Yuktas. They are all these other gopis are coming under that category. Especially Radha and Lalita, Vishaka, Chandravali, Padma, Saibhya are under that category of Nitya, not in the sadhana category, not in the Devi category. So Krishna Prema Bhavita Yanra Chitendriya Kaya Krishna Nija Shakti Radha Kridhara Sahaya. Her mind, senses, body are steeped in love for Krishna. She is Krishna's own energy. She helps him in his pastimes. So that's why we need to surrender through parampara. So, कृष्ण कांत गणा देखी त्रिविधा प्रकार एक लक्ष्मी गणा पूरे महिषी गणा आर ब्रज गणा रूप आर कांत गणा सार श्री राधिका हिते कांत गणेर विस्तार. Because everything we have to explain the proof. We can't accept anybody's statement. I can speak so long, but if there is no quotation, there is no reference to Shastra, it has no basis, no foundation. I can speak anything. then how will you know it's valid or not? So that's how Prabhupada explained. That's how we have to also follow in the footsteps of Prabhupada, so that we understand, yes, this is what Acharya made the statements in particular book, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. We have to see the reference, or from the Upanishads or four Vedas we have to see. Then we can accept those statements. Otherwise, anybody and everybody, we will not accept anybody making statements without authorized references. We will not accept. That's not our philosophy. The beloved consorts of Lord Krishna are of three kinds: goddess of fortune, queens, milkmaids of Raja, who are the foremost of all. These consorts are all proceeded from Radhika. Govinda Nandini Radha, Govinda Mohini, Govinda Sarvasva, Sarvakant Siromani. Radha is the one who gives pleasure to Govinda, and she is also enchantress of Govinda. She is the be all and end all of Govinda, and the crest jewel of all his consorts. And so that's why this has been explained. By, so this is also this is Chetan Sirtam, which I quoted, explained. 20th chapter, Madhilila, 111 verse. Krishnera Swabhavaki Tina Shakti Pradinati Chit Shakti Jiva Shakti or Maya Shakti. And no difference. Further is explained. Hadini Samvit Sandini Tvai Eka Sarva Samstitao. That Vishnu Puran. So all one energy is divided into three. So three parts of Chit Shakti. The essential aspect of Sandhini is known as pure existence, which is the abode of Lord's existence. Krishna's mother, father, place, house, all these are under that category. And then the awareness of Sri Krishna's godhood is the essence of Samvit. Knowledge of Brahman and so forth are the same category. And the Ladini causes the release of bliss in Sri Krishna. And through Ladini, the devotees are nourished. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita 1.4, 64, 65. Thus, in sequence of superiority, Sandhini, Samvid, Ladini are understood. That means Ladini is the topmost. As all parts are made by a pot maker, similarly, whatever exists in the is the outcome of the cause. That is cause of all was Krishna. Krishna is all cause of all these three and above three, not all six energies. Many categories are in Akrura, seeing Krishna when he is Akrura God, when he came out from Vrindavan. He is able to see 16 energies there. But it's further broad category. But the highest, topmost category is in these three ways: Antaranga, Bairanga, Tatastha, and then further Samvit, Sandhini, Samvit, Ladini. So that's how we have to understand. This is from Bhagavad Sandarbha. All these are mostly explained by Jiva Goswami in great detail. So, yeah, in this way we have to understand. Time is up, otherwise, we can read from Ananda Vrindavan Champu of the pastime of stealing Krishna's flute by Radha and Krishna, the holy pastime. After this happened, of the gopis searching for Krishna, that also elaborately explained in Ananda Vrindavan Champu. So, maybe I want to read that little bit so that we can understand the context. Mm, uh, Let us read that. First, they found Krishna's footprints, like when the gopis searching Lalita and Vishaka and others. Then one discriminating gopi spoke, "Stop taking the dust. Do not wipe out Krishna's footprints. Our eye deceives satisfaction just from looking closely at these wonderful footprints. Do not disturb them by smudging them with your hands." After saying this, they traced the line of the footprints with their eyes and proceeded along the path. At one place, they saw she has 19 footprint marks. That also elaborately, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains Chaitanya Shikshamrita, four different ways. Who had attracted Krishna with her sincere love and attained the coveted position of being the only gopi engaged in her loving service. While Hari held her tightly to his chest, Radhika felt proud that she had so easily won the affection of the Lord. Such an auspicious position is rarely attained even in the heavenly planets. Admiring the footprints of the girl endowed with such good fortune, one gopi said, "Oh, look here. They appear like a group of birds twisted out of place on a fine creeper. It seems these footprints are thoroughly intermixed with those of her lover. It seems that Radha must have put her right arm on Krishna's shoulder, just as the love intoxicated she elephant nests her trunk on the shoulder of an accompanying bull elephant. Radhika's fortune is unrivaled. Being so pleased with her and bound by her love, Govinda pitilessly abandoned us, who are also trying to attain him. This is all transcendental emotion. We should not think this is there's some enviousness, jealousy. This is not material envious, material jealous. This is all transcendental. Because otherwise, where is rasa? Where is the enjoyment for Krishna or within themselves? So, showing his loyalty in her to her alone, he has brought her to a secluded place for enjoyment. Thinking for a moment, Shama Saki suddenly said, Radha is the fearless abode of all auspicious. She is the crest jewel among the millions of the best women in the universe, endowed with the pious results of their previous deeds. Just as there is no possibility of moonlight without a moon, the cuckoo's call without a spring, or lightning without a rain. Similarly, it is impossible to imagine Radha existing without the moon of Krishna. First, they talk about Radha, then Krishna. So that's what we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas. That's how always. After Radha's intimate Saki is finished, that doesn't mean now we'll stand at Radha and Krishna. First, we'll look at Radharani. We always go through Guru Prabhupada. That is the etiquette. We should not jump like that. Then we will not be able to relish the pleasure. It's not possible. Lalita and Vishaka are the Rupa and Sanatan. They are not jumping directly to Radharani or Krishna. They are going to Lalita and their channel. So that same channel we should follow. Then actually we can relish. After Radha's intimate Sakis finish their glorification, Padma, a confidence, Padma and Saibhya are like Lalita and Vishaka in Radharani's group. The Chandravali group similarly Padma and Saibhya, which Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained it in Chaitanya Shikshamrita. Who has a face more beautiful than a lotus, replied to a dark complexioned Shama Sakhi. She said, Oh Shami, though you are partial to your own group, your Radha have completely given you up. She has thrown you away like an old garland, though she claims you are her very life. After stealing the beloved of us all, Radhika has gone off alone to enjoy with him in another forest. How astonishing! Radha's friendship towards you is only external. It is not from her heart. These are all emotions. Shyamasaki replied, Oh Padma, due to the lack of intelligence, you are saturated with envy. Give this up and just listen to me. Since her childhood, Radhika has thrown her body in the flowing river of Krishna's nectarian love. She has no control over her own body. It simply races along in the huge currents of that river, and she cannot protect herself, just like an aquatic plant. Radhika floats helplessly down that river. Therefore, I say that Radha does not deserve to be criticized. She is praiseworthy in all respects. The Champaka flower is born with its covering and grows with it. That's it. Bhakti Thakur talked about Upanishad, from his Upanishad, from Act of Instruction, and Radha Kund. He doesn't want people to be cheat others by not even controlling senses when they talk about Radha and Krishna. So that's why we're not supposed to talk about Srimad Radharani except on Radhastami, a special days, special day. Otherwise, other days not neither we chant Radhe Radhe nor we discuss about Radharani's pastimes either. That is not generally not in the footsteps or not aligned with Sri Prabhupada if you do that. So that's why we try to restrict. We don't try to sing those songs as well. So that we should try to avoid. If you want to please Sri Prabhupada, we should try to confidentially among associates, among the devotees where, so then we can discuss maybe, but otherwise we should not in Sunday peace class, not generally, except Radhastami specific days. That's not what Prabhupada has given. The champaka flower is born with its covering and grows with it. They are not separate. Nor yet in time, when the champaka gives up the covering, it is not considered a fault. So, what is a fault in Radha? Her friends are as dear as her own life. Even if she appears to leave her friend, Radhika never breaks the bond of friendship. Another friend of Chandravali said, Oh, Syame, people on the same side never see their own parts. Because of that, your speaking about Radha sounds reasonable. But your assessment is not fair to all of us gopis. The fact is that she alone is mercilessly drinking the nectar of Krishna's lips, which should be drunk by all of us. She is more skillful than the chakora bird. Thus, seeing Radha's footprint does not give us any pleasure at all. Then the associates of Radhika gazed at her footprints, the object of happiness for the eyes. This filled them with an emotional mixture of joy and pride, but they could not manifest the ecstasy because of their without condition. Fixing their eyes on the dust, they walked forward with a graceful gait. Losing the sight of Radhika's footprint, which remove all sorrow, they considered, Oh, what is this? We cannot see her footprints over here. We only see the attractive footprints of Hari because it goes on. Initially, they saw two footprints, then they saw only one footprint. They could understand further and further what's happening. And Krishna disappeared also after that. It is obvious that the sharp sprouts of grass hurt the tender soles of her feet. So Hari carried her on his chest. Another gopi said, "What you say is correct." Because Krishna is going forward carrying her on his chest, which she is relishing. The footprints stinking down and soft. No, beloved of Krishna, your achievement of the highest love after many births of accumulated devotion action is as relishable as bee licking the honey dripping from the head of a love maddened elephant. You must certainly have been overcome with a variety of ecstatic emotions fructifying from your ripened attachment. Seeing Chandravali's face shivering up from her comments that Gopi spoke an aside in order to create a peace with her. She said, "Together we came here, together we saw Hari, and together we heard these harsh words. Finally, we all enjoyed together with him. Now, rejecting us like useless grass, he has put you on his chest and carried you away. This terrible act reveals the vast extent of your past deeds. Therefore, I say, we should not look at your footprint, which only increase our suffering." When the rival group of the gopis saw Radhika's footprints again a little further on, they said, "Here we see Krishna being tired from carrying and removed Radha, who is more beautiful than Lakshmi, from his chest and put her down. Look here. There are two pairs of footprints facing each other. They must have stood here speaking intimately. Look here. It appears that they have placed their arms and shoulders being tired. They walked sluggishly here and there. Being knowledgeable of the spiritual love and endowed with friendship for her, the gopis supporting Radha did not consider themselves the least bit unlucky. Seeing Radha's extraordinary fortune filled them with satisfaction. Expecting the fire of separation to end soon, the gopis submerged in bliss. Meeting again, all the gopis walked along while looking at the footprints. In short time, they arrived at the pleasure bank of Yamuna, which appeared like the bosom of the earth, washed by silvery water dripping from the moon. Not seeing the complete footprints of Krishna, they considered we can no longer see the signs of any of the footprints. Here, Krishna has left the impression of the only front part of his feet because he stood on his toes to pick some flowers for his beloved, which in the Chaitanya Charitamrita chapter 14, Krishna's no, Ramanand Rai and Sarup Damodar Goswami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's conversation is there. All this further explanation of from this pastime, all the different bhavas, different pastime, intimate pastime, more. So about this in chapter 14 of Madhya Leela. Further on, so Lalita Bhava, different namings are given, different qualities of Srimati Radharani of these pastimes, what it contains, all those are explained there. Seeing a second set of footprints, they considered, oh, look here, on the path of white sand, sprinkling like camphor, there are marks of the lotus of his feet and mark of fine lower cloth between them. But Radha's footprints are not here. Certainly, Krishna sat down here with his girlfriend on his lap to set flowers in her hair. Looking in another direction, they said, how amazing. Krishna desired to heighten the pleasure with an unseasoned blossoming of Bakula flowers. I don't know if they are available here. Ashoka flowers, which was caused by her tears of love and touch of her foot on Krishna's entreaty. Radhika suddenly left bosom with a desire to collect those flowers. See here, Radhika's red coloring on feet. He has marked the root of Ashoka tree like a new sprout. They could observe these many things. We can understand. These be quitting the delight with another Prabhupada explains in a letter to one of the Mataji, I forget. Prabhupada writing, yes, go on worshipping the deity. You should worship the deity in such a way that with a fragrant flower, in such a way that the black bees are always there. As soon as the black bees are there, understand that Krishna is supremely pleased. If you see black bees around Radha and Krishna, that means that the worship and everything is topmost. Uh, and she, Radharani criticizes the black bee because she looks like Krishna. Krishna is black is blue. So that's how we should, in that Prabhupada's writing in one letter, go on worshipping the deity with all this fragrance. Very nice. Continue on. And then you will get the mercy of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. We become like a bee, extract the honey by serving through the parampara. That's what is explained. So I think we'll stop here. On Krishna's entreaty, Radhika suddenly left. Yeah, like news, treating the delightful taste of the bakula flower, the bees are absorbed at the base of that tree, which has been moistened by Radha's tears. From those signs, we understand that Radhika, Syama are nearby. So we should look for them here. We'll give the following explanation to destroy all false interpretation and establish the correct meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 10, 30, 30, which we further verse than the Sukadev goes, Lord Krishna enjoyed with that gopi, although he enjoys only within being self satisfied and complete in himself. So that's why we follow this. Aradho Bhagavan Rajeshan Dhamma Srimana Ramya Kajit Upasana Vraja Vadhu Vargena Yaga Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamam Prema Pramardama Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatra Adharanapra. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very strict sannyasi. He never allowed even glance or anything. So like Chota Haridas Thakur immediately rejected. So such a strict sannyas, why will you speak if there is anything material about Radha and Krishna's also any gopis with Krishna? There is no material conception. Seemingly explained in English, there is no word. So that's why sometimes it's explained as lust affairs, but actually there is no lust. It's only love. So with that, because there is no sex life in spiritual world, then what to speak of? What other things can somebody say about it? It's all spiritual transformation of love. There's nothing to do with the material thing. That exists only in this material world, the contamination. There's nothing is there, nothing like that sort in the spiritual world. So this is how Sri Prabhupada explained, Krishnadas Kaviraj, all our acharyas explaining this particular pastime understanding, because otherwise people can get confused and think in different things. That should not be the case. Okay, Radhastami महामहोत्सव की जय, गोपाद की जय, गौर भक्तों की जय.